Hello guys, welcome to the next episode in this Mercedes Sprinter van conversion. I can see by the comments that you guys are really enjoying these detailed videos. So in this week's video we're going to be focusing again on just one element of the build, and that's the new door cards. I let the camera run quite a bit longer when I was filming this section of the build, so what I've been able to do is show you the complete build process for the door cards from start to finish. Some of the video will be set to music because I'm not talking, I'm just actually doing some stuff, but hopefully you'll like this format because it will show you a lot more detail. Okay, so let's get started. Before we started working on the door cards, there was one area of the van that I wanted to address. When we brought it, it was really clean, but there was one little bit on the side door where there was a little bit of rust and it was a little bit scabby. So what I've done is I've removed the door catch and then I've rubbed it back with an abrasive wheel on my little handheld grinder, removed all of the rust, made sure that I got it really nice and clean, and then masked up all the areas that I didn't obviously want paint on, and I sprayed it initially with a coat of primer. We allowed the primer to fully dry before giving it a few coats of Mercedes Arctic White. It's always best when you're spraying just to build it up in very small thin layers. You can always add a little bit more paint, put another layer on, but as soon as you start overspraying, that's when you start getting runs and drips. This particular paint you can apply another coat within 10 to 15 minutes, and it really did come up with a high gloss sort of enamel looking finish. I was really pleased how well the colour matched with the existing base colour of the Mercedes as well. I'll put some links in the description if you want to purchase this particular paint yourself, if you want to do some repairs on your own van. Okay, let's get into the door card build. We've got to make new door cards for the rear doors. I've insulated the rear panel. We've done a few little repairs. There was just some chip marks basically from people loading the van, so I've just primered that. I'll give that a coat of Arctic White, and then we did keep the original door cards just to use them as templates. We've got new 5mm plywood because we want to make door cards that are longer, that go right the way to the top of the roof of the van. And then what we'll do is we'll use these as a template, and then with some lining paper I'll just mark out the extra bit at the top. I'll show you how we do that. I just used a bit of lining paper stuck to the door just to extend this original door card so I can template the rest of the top of the door, and then the new door card will be made in one piece. This is the new bit of ply that we're going to cut the door card from. It's 5mm hardwood faced ply, very thin, very pliable, and this will get covered with the grey auto carpet, and then we'll screw it to the rear doors. All we've got to do now is put the old template on top of the new ply and then trace round it. I'm even going to use the same screw locations to avoid putting additional holes in the door. we've gone with for insulation in these doors is this recycled plastic insulation. It looks very similar to your fiberglass insulation or rock wool, but it's itch free, environmentally friendly obviously because we're using recycled materials, and in terms of its thermal properties it's comparable to all your fiberglass and rock wools. We've got a thermal conductivity there of 0.044, so it's the same as the earth wall that we was using previously. We're going to cut this insulation and then pack this into the door voids, and then we're going to wrap it all with the bubble wrap for a vapour barrier before we put the new door cards on. I'm not going to reuse the existing door cards, I'm not going to put them back, but I am going to use them as a template to cut out this bubble wrap as a vapour barrier. Cut these out with a pair of scissors, and then what they'll do, this vapour barrier will actually sit in that little recess that was occupied by the door card. Before you close any of your panels up, it's always a good idea to take some photographs so that you know where the main structural members are, or if there's any existing services or wires in there, take some pictures of those too. If anything goes wrong, you know where they are in the future. And we'll just go around like we did with the Celotex and make sure this is sealed all the way around. And in that way there's no moisture can get through that and into the inner skin of the van. I haven't got the door cards for the top of these doors, so I'm going to have to cut a template. I'm just going to mark it up with a bit of old newspaper. Cut around our template. Beautiful. I pre-drilled all the screw holes where they were originally located, but obviously now we've covered it in carpet, I don't know where any of them are, or it's guesswork at best. But what I can do is lay the old door card back on top and I'll know exactly where they are. What I've done is I put a load of these self-tapping screws into a piece of cardboard and then sprayed them with some grey primer. And this is just about the right colour for this silver carpet. Once these are gone in, they'll almost disappear. There'll be no need for any screw caps. I've located all the holes and placed all the screws in first. The points are sticking through the other side, and that will just help us locate the holes in the door. There, that's the rear door shut. You can see how well that sort of finishes off the bedroom. Really like how that deep red felt on the walls goes well with that grey. It finishes it off really nicely. So there we go. We've completed the door cards. I'm really super pleased with how they've turned out. I mean, they really do give it a little bit of a finishing touch. Those rear doors, now they're closed, really do complete the bedroom area of the van. And that grey with that dark red felt and the Zebrano, they all seem to be working together really nice. So I'm really pleased how the finish is turning out. Just a little teaser for next week. You see this screensaver I've got on my PC here? Well, this is actually us sitting on the side of this 72-foot world-class yacht. And in next week's video, you'll get to learn more about what we were up to on this boat. So make sure you're subscribed. You won't want to miss this video. Make sure you tick the little bell symbol, and as soon as I upload the video you'll get a notification. I really appreciate all the support that you guys have been giving me. Please do share the videos on social media if you think other people would benefit from this content. And again, just thanks very much for watching. I'll catch you on the next video. Cheers!